equities closed today, the currency markets never close, kind of like Bitcoin. So it's interesting, we're bearing a man who was very selfless. You may not have liked his presidency, but he was a humanitarian, and he didn't just cut checks. He actually went out and built the houses for people with his wife, Rosalind, by his side. And he had the kind of character that we used to really put up on a pedestal, and it's being buried today. And you have to say that, this isn't political, but the personality of our incoming president and Jimmy Carter are like polar opposites.
Like the bond
So,
market in Bitcoin.
yeah, so, we'll see what happens. The NFP is a big deal tomorrow. So here's my hope. My hope is it's a strong number because you guys know I'm looking for this dollar to be peaking up here. So I wouldn't mind seeing one more push up towards 110. Back under these lows, I think will seal it, but I'm looking for one more push. Euro has held up the best, hasn't made new lows, while cable has made two successive lower lows and now is at objective territory, but you can see the RSI is not that great. And, I talked about the euro pound weeks ago, and I said one way you'll know the euro's bottoming is if the euro makes a new low and euro pound doesn't, and it didn't, and it has a continuation move. We may have a breakout. So even if euro went to, new lows, maybe all we do is get a pullback in this. I'd be careful in the metals. I think they're running their course, especially silver being the weak sister. 30-50 is a big area. So you had nice trade. This when I saw it down here and Mike calling out GDX calls, I said, well, we could get a rally to 30. So it's even been better. Gold's been acting better, but it's putting in a pretty negative day. So we'll see. And TLT and yields that, tomorrow's a day. I really, don't know what to do with yields. I know the contrarian argument in bonds, but I don't think we're gonna have a secular turn, maybe just a bond rally if we get weaker numbers to sell into. So that's kind of where I'm at going into tomorrow's NFP. I know you love trading, and you're like me. Yeah, after Friday, you can't wait till Sunday night or Monday, Mike. So what do you do on a day like this? Just decompress?
I go to the racetrack.
All right, so Mike decompresses by
Try to hit superfectas at Turfway Park.
all right. So
What I
that's
do.
how people relax. I'll admit it that when I don't have positions on, I don't feel as alive as I do as when I'm in things. People have asked me, Dale, do you carry positions home over the weekend? I said, of course.
That's where the
How
money's.
can I how can I relax unless I have something to worry about? Okay, so you know your personality and treat it accordingly. So we'll see what happens with equities. Um, here's the picture that I see. Really probably shouldn't do anything until we come out of this formation. We have a lot of this stuff happening. We have a lot of triangles. So, you could wait for a breakout or you could wait for a failure.
Well, you could
Because
trade the
right
range.
now, yeah, because right now or trade the range, like my
Decent
sister.
range.
Yeah, it's a nice range. I mean, it's 160 handles. I mean, this set off the new range. And the character, one thing I did say back here is
Uh-huh.
one bad candle will change the character of the market, of the
Well,
whole smooth uptrend. And
I
it
start.
has.
I started using a new cliche, and not to be insensitive to the fires, but it's in the same parallel. When you have an earthquake, there leaves aftershocks.
Yeah, right. So that's what we're going to get. I mean, if we take out 5840, that's, about 200 plus change, which the next level in S&Ps, if we have a breakdown, of course, if we have a breakout, it's going to most likely challenge the high, the move. But if we have a breakdown, here's your weekly. I mean, it's not such a good looking week. I mean, we had a lot of red candles here, and there are targets right here at 720. Just look left. I'll put up the daily. You'll see left how many times this level has come into play. Check it out. Here,
Huh?
here,
Nice.
here. So if we take this out, that's going to be a pretty good warning signal that there's, deeper levels to come.
I wouldn't argue.
57.
Wouldn't argue at all.
Yeah, so that's what you keep an eye on in equities. So that's what I have. I'll have more information because tomorrow, as a currency trader, I could throw my charts away for 5, 10 minutes because the volatility that we could get from the NFP, is just going to be picking off stops one way or another, depending upon
Wow.
the
Really?
reaction. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, I let the dust settle a little bit, but ideally, we're going to have a continuation dollar rally because I am going to dig in my heels. Look, I said it would go to 109 a long time ago. All right. Down in
Yeah.
here,
You did.
here. This is when I went to Chicago and I turned before I left.
I
And
remember.
this, so now we're here. So I could be wrong, but this was the rally I was looking for. And now I thought this would be you know, the last real good rally in the dollar to sell. So I'm going to try it. You know what? I could be wrong, and I'm wrong a lot.
That's half the thing. One of the major
But I'm
trading having no ego.
Yeah, I'm not going to be afraid of being wrong. Or if you're afraid of being wrong, forget about this. In
Not the
fact,
right room if you're in the right. You're not in the right room if you're afraid of being wrong. So
yeah, and
I'm a shooter.
all right, here, turn your psychology around. Let's make this show about psychology a bit, Mike.
Sure, I will.
And, all right, so instead of feeling challenged by the markets. Oh, these markets are so challenging, and Trump's going to be tweeting, and we can't trust the data and all of that. Why don't you turn it around and say, I'm going to do my work, I have my plan, and I'm going to challenge the market. Go ahead, Mr. Market, prove me wrong.
It's
That's the
arguable.
attitude.
It's arguable how many components it takes to make it. It's really irrelevant. From what I've seen, I'm 52 years old and been trading at a high level, arguable, around higher level people at some point. Focus, a plan, and good traders run towards the volatility with
Yeah,
a plan and
yeah,
focus.
yeah. So,
I can't believe
there's
we're doing this now. I might trade a currency pair. I'm freaking fired up now.
I know. So, all right. Well, tomorrow you'll have equities to
No,
trade,
believe
but
me, I got enough to think about.
anyway. So, and I am looking for a buy. Look how Aussie's shaping up. You have a little 3 drive here. I'm
Hmm.
just looking for and look at the RSI setup. It's
No,
pretty good,
absolutely. That I
and
agree. Yes.
that's a daily. And we also have it. Look at the glaring divergence on the 4 hour. It's above 40. Now, I'm looking for under 61, so maybe another 100 pips, but I guarantee it's not going to be under 30.
Uh-huh.
So this is another one I'm looking for. And you know what this says? Part of the reason I like it is how copper's acting now, Mike. It came out
It's
of the
up nice
whole,
today. One of the few things I saw copper was up
yeah,
2% and natural
is
gas was up.
yeah. So copper's acting good. Maybe we shouldn't write off China,
How about
and
the
that's
FCX calls that they actually tick on the bottom? Yeah, we're wrong. We were wrong first, but they were right now.
they bought enough time, right?
Yes, they did in May. And that's why you went
Oh,
GDX. Because
okay.
they went in May. It wasn't a weekly sweep and trying to, catch a gold bottom. They said
Right.
we're gonna be that's what same
Yeah,
thing.
it's long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't care if they don't get the low. They
No.
probably were buying more.
But I have a question for you. May I have the screen? You know what stock
Yeah.
they're currently doing it to? And I was reticent to take it. And I don't have
What?
it. Calls
What?
are flying. There's a symbol. You might know it.
BHP?
That's correct. And there are a lot of them. And the same thing going out farther. And then I looked
You
around.
know what? It's got pretty, what's this, a daily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you put up a 4 hour?
4 hour. I can put up a
You,
1 hour. What is that? I don't have 4 hours.
you don't have 4 hours. Okay,
That's the
that's a
first time
day.
in 29 years anybody asked me for a 4 hour job.
It's one of
And
the
it came on a
most
holiday.
important TFs I use. Anyway, I know I do use the 4 hour a lot,
No, it's fine. I appreciate it. I'll think about
but
it. Now I
all right.
manage it.
So anyway, I think that's worth trying to accumulate down here. So I think what
Listen,
Mike. I think we're going to continue to rotate out of MAGAs, big tech, and buy other things like commodity related stocks
they
are
were
one of
right
them.
there.
Yeah. I think that's going to happen. I think they're going to buy
CCJ,
other things.
CCJ, TGH live trade on today's Thursday, Wednesday, yesterday, right off the 200 day. No
You,
calls. I took 90% of the trade off, but that
you
hit the
know,
200 day
it
after a big.
it went to where I thought it would go to. Almost looks like a head
It
and
did. That's
shoulders
why we bought
stock.
it. Giddy up. But I'm at it. Listen, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? If
yeah.
it opens up $1, am I going to be upset? No. If it opens down 60 cents, wouldn't be surprised. Okay. So those are a couple, coach. All right. Shippers, more emblematic or symbolic of long, tremendous flow, coach. That's
Yeah,
bearish.
well, I mean, that's where they're shipped. All these commodities are shipped.
There's Fro,
Yeah, I like it. It's an island that gapped up.
Sting, not the singer.
Okay.
Calls, coach. Why did I bring this up? I'm not a.
Calls.
That's
Calls.
right. It's not like I said, the shipping sector.
How far out are they going on
They're
the
going
call
out.
button?
They're going out, coach. The first ones I've seen are June.
Okay. The only negative, I like the charts, but I brought this up in an interview I did with Maggie this week. Before the election, there was a threat of a port strike here on the
Oh,
West Coast,
yes, just
and
like
it
a
was,
government shutdown threat too. That didn't happen.
well, they postponed it. They didn't settle it.
Oh, so it's still a it could be a binary move. Meaning.
Yeah, and I think it's till the 16th. They have to go back to the bargaining table. Now, I understand the union doesn't want to be replaced by robots, but eventually we all will be.
Oh, sure, but maybe that's
Uh,
why they go until June, coach, because they'll like that. Maybe that whatever binary move has there,
yeah.
they don't care. And by the way, suppose it does go down.
Well, just because we have supply chain issues doesn't mean that the price doesn't go up. Just means we can't get it.
Well, now we're
All
getting
right.
intelligent conversation.
We could have shortages. So supply chain doesn't necessarily mean it's bearish for price because things can't be delivered. So anyway, just something to keep an eye on. And
That no,
one other thing that didn't bother me. I thought they'd resolve, the debt ceiling, but the way they're approaching it is they want all of Trump's agenda tied in. I mean, all of the things he wants to do tied in with the debt ceiling. Okay. I think that complicates the debt ceiling. And that's the 31st. And like you said, things never happen till they do.
no, look,
So,
I get it.
anyway, that could be another mess
With the
too. What if he doesn't have all his cabinet in place for this too? So anyway, I also heard from Mike Ho. He's a big options trader. He's on CNBC all
Of
the
course I
time.
do. He's always on
Very humble
With
guy.
Carter Worth.
Carter's a great technician, but Mike's an option guy, and
Yeah, no, I like Mike.
I
He's usually on Friday.
yeah, and he said a couple of weeks ago, Mike, that people are looking for the options are showing that people are looking for big vol Jan 31st.
Okay.
On that expiration, they're looking for big vol, and
No,
that's the debt ceiling.
I'll write it down.
Okay.
Okay. Now that I gotta write down.
So anyway, that's just a couple of you know
Kid Crush, Nash.
things.
He has
Yeah,
a question for us on YouTube. Coach, why can't you put on your Twitter when you're going to be live?
I don't. I'm live Monday. I'm live every day. So
No, I
kid,
wanted you to answer it. Yeah.
I'm live every day. The only
Kid Nash,
times,
thanks for tuning in. I think you do a
yeah,
little thinking you'll find out.
and why what you need to do is follow TradeGATEHub. I think they announce it or they post it when it's happening. So follow the handle of at TradeGATEHub. And also, if you subscribe here on YouTube, I believe you get notifications when there's another video. Anyway, um, I'll bring it up to our team about doing it. So there's your, you know,
There it
follow
is.
TradeGATEHub. All
Hidden
right.
image. There it is right there. TradeGATEHub.
I respond to him as well. Who's that?
That's me.
Putting that. Oh, that's you. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
please
right.
do as well. Okay, you mind? Yeah. All right, a couple of things. All right, a couple of more sweepers that we can release. Citicorp is still taking some calls, a lot of calls.
Uh,
All right, listen, it's up for debate. I'm just telling you, listen, don't.
I know, I know, I know.
Another one that I took a position to. I may be a little bit early. If I'm wrong, it's going to hurt, but it did take the most of any goal. By the way, look at AEM. I mean, I don't care what's going on. That's outperformed everyone across the world. Is this one? And I'm bottom
Yeah,
fishing. Jesus, I'm bringing up freaking BHP.
yeah.
Come on, coach. Don't if you don't like that chart, if the least basic gap of the curling with come on, Dale. I don't care what you call a flag, a pennant. I don't care if you call it a bowling ball. That chart's going up with or without you.
Yeah, it could.
All right.
Yeah, it could.
All right, couple.
I'm not. I, I'm not that impressed with the uh, UAL. Looks good,
But
but
then
will not.
again, but let
Yeah,
me point out a couple of things. Listen, there's no trading today, so I was really not. I was really more, as coach would say, psychological. But I liked a couple of things on Twitter. Maybe you could like them too. All right, just to add, this is Ed Carson. He's the head of IBD research. It's a choppy market with a slight downside bias, very dangerous. Buy signals to lure you in, but most will quickly fail. Uh, a lot of stocks are finding testing 50-day, 10-week line support. If we bounce, there will be obvious buys. I get it. Also, I follow. You know, this is right now. This is what's hot. This is your menu. This is if you want to fish and catch fish. This is where the fish are. I digress. Couple more, coach. Uh, this is Helene's new. She got hacked. This is Helene's new Twitter feed.
I told you she was hacked.
Yeah.
That she
So
lost
anyway,
her, just like me. So she's
folks.
back now on X.
Yeah.
All right, good. These quantum names, quantum, that was sure a 1 month, 30-day fad that's given like 70%
I
back or
traded
so.
them yesterday. We made decent money, but hard money because they went down 50%
Holy shit.
at one point.
Wow.
At
Yeah, it
one
was like
point, yeah. Oh, let's say not say today trading was today was a trading. It would be
yeah,
yesterday. So at one point, IONQ was 55.
yeah,
12 trading hours later, literally, because that bounced later in the day.
yeah.
It was
It
20.
gapped lower today. Yeah,
Well, this is what it did, but it was a gap down. It gapped down
yeah,
8 and went down 20. This was
yeah,
it. This was more important to note than that's why I said the hard money was me buying it. I
yeah.
said I posted the
Oh,
room. I bought it 28 and a half. It's posted.
yeah.
Whatever. I made a couple of dollars, but if I really was onto it, this is where the cascade came from, the 37 to freaking 28. So, and the rest followed, and we were in them. But there's always something to do, and uh, we're in them. Shippers, BHP, we're always in them. Here's my universe.
I'd love to see a rally in Apple. It's broken about $20. It may just keep going. But if we rallied, say, back to 252, I'm going to try it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see.
Can't talk to
And
coach.
and Nvidia's negated a lot of stuff this week. It was down again.
You know what, Coach? This is what the gentleman from IBD says. There are tested. Listen, there's very set with volume, very healthy support here. Oh, hold on. What I
Yeah, there
consider
is.
okay, but something just I don't know. The VIX is the same way. It could pull back. It's right now. Like I said on Wednesday. If I would have looked at, I consider myself a doctor. I'm not going to lie. Looking at charts freaking 12 hours a day for 30 years. That's choppy to me. But if we go back below, it's bullish. If we test, go above the 200-day, it's going to
Yeah.
be those proverbial, 50-day moving averages, a 10-week moving average will be tested if not fail, and then things might change again.
I know a guy, if you really want to follow a
I know a
guy
guy
who's
too.
great on
Also,
VIX, a guy who's great on VIX is his handle's VIXologist. Do you know Jim Carroll?
I don't know.
VIX
No, I can't say.
at at VIXologist. You may want to check him out.
I will check
Um,
out. Absolutely.
he's really, he called this risk off before it happened. Um, anyway, just another guy. I interview him occasionally, and he's very good with the VIX.
He's right here.
Yeah, there he is.
Where's the low country?
I don't know where that is.
Uh, he's not biased. Too biased, is he?
No,
All right, enough said. Then I'll follow. I just don't want biased. High opinion
no,
we can
no,
take.
no. He'll tell you what he's getting.
Yeah,
You
no, no.
know.
All good. Next. I'm in.
Yeah. All right. So that's about all I have until tomorrow. I mean, we talked about a few things. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too, Coach. It's a Friday. There's going to be position. It's okay. How about this? This is like the Mike V meter. I'm paying more and more attention to fundamentals and geopolitical and not having my whatever. It's it. I know when to put the blinders on and take them off. I'm more focused on outside than inside. Usually my trading's inside, calls, activities, and then I wonder. Now it's more outside than inside. Bull or
Yeah.
bears, I'm not sure. I'm mixed, but
Yeah.
that
Got it. Yeah. We all need to distract ourselves from this. Trading. You might be the exception, but a lot of people trading is what they do. It's not all that they are, and you aren't either. Although you have, you know, you are very immersed into it. Maybe I'll talk to you in about 10, 15 years and see if you're as passionate as you are right now.
no.
Um,
Couple of comments, Coach, if you
oh,
see. First of
yeah,
all, we appreciate Surfs Up, Alexis, right on. If you look, you have to look.
yeah.
Kid Nash wanted a question, answer it right away where he could put it high level. Kid Nash, Coach, your Bitcoin call was superb. Why
Thank
is
you.
Trump after Greenland? You can catch Coach on another day. We don't talk politics.
Yeah,
And
we know.
Vix is a legend. Coach, how do I
He's,
trade the Vix? Don't let him, Coach.
yeah,
If you value a trader, let that go. Don't do it.
yeah.
It's like handing
Uh,
a kid a cigarette.
I don't trade it
Neither
anymore,
do I. Don't do it.
kid.
Save it.
Uh, maybe follow Jim Carroll. And he gives readings on the VIX. I don't know if he
I just saw
trades it.
that. I just saw that. He gave readings I like right here. I like
Yeah.
that.
So I don't know if he trades it, but he uses it. Yeah, maybe use the VIX to give you a market tell. Like there were a few days before we had that big bear raid where I was tweeting about what the VIX was doing and sarcastically would say probably nothing when I didn't believe it was probably nothing. But I use that for other shorting opportunities, right?
Yes.
Okay, so but as far as an instrument with all the decay and all their stuff, I tried it for years. I got paid a few times, but the last go round when we had that crash in August and the options weren't reflecting the intrinsic value, that was it for me because I was $20 in the money and they're paying me five. Okay. So if it's tough enough to be right in that market. And then even when you are right, they found a way not to, they just didn't trade. They walked away and then the VIX crashed. Okay. So anyway, I think I'm discouraging.
Not discouraging it. No, no, no.
Yeah.
All right, another one. After Kid Nash and myself both have an M5. Ahmed, and appreciate the question. I want to sound like a game show host, or I'm just trying to you know fit your needs. Ahmed, do you have any video on how to use VIX and trade stocks? I can answer this before Coach Ahmed. If you're new here, I haven't seen your post before. Once again, thank you. This is what you do. Go to our red YouTube icon or any one of our media or our social sites, and you'll see from our 6,300 subscribers, we do 3 videos a day. Coach once a day, me sometimes 2 a day. And there's not a day that goes by that we really don't talk about the VIX or what to do. How to specifically trade it, I don't really trade it that well. It's one of my, okay, how about this? When I sit down to a dinner and there's a fork, a knife, a spoon, and maybe another spoon, sometimes it's there. It's always there. It's my setting, it's in my placement. I might not always get a soup though, but the soup spoon is there. That's the VIX for me. I don't really trade it that much, but it's a major component in front of me.
Yeah.
Other trading, you could probably coach trades it very well and actively, or follow who we just say, right? It takes time, just like any instrument.
Now I do trade triple ETFs, like SQQQ and the S&P one, SPXS, and I even press that bet by trading options on those things, puts and calls on, mainly calls
That's
on
like
those.
freebasing, coach.
Is it? I don't know. It's been working.
No,
So,
I understand. Well, listen, some people can actively manage that lifestyle. I can't.
I, all right. Anyway, so that's it, everyone. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Be ready to react to the reaction tomorrow. Um, don't try and guess it. You know, that's only guessing. It's roulette. You know, like you buy the euro and we get a weak number and it rallies 100 pips. Well, you know what? Good guess. It's really not trading. Reacting to what the markets do after a red number is more trading than, well, if you hold positions, that's different. You know, you've been
Yeah,
holding
I
these
do. Oh,
positions
positions.
for a week, but I mean, to initiate a position today or tomorrow in front of the NFP is not smart.
No, it isn't. As a matter of fact,
Okay,
it's
so
what, careless.
yeah, all right,
And there's no edge. You lose on the listen. The market, the first of all, the market is proven to want to fool as many people at once. So if
yeah,
you're going to do that, you're probably going to lose or be wrong. Keep that in mind.
all
And
right.
another thing on this philosophical uh, off day, but we did cover some technical things. I thought it was one of our better webcast, Coach. The markets are great, just like the ocean. You could be an expert fisherman. We're talking about fishing. The ocean, like the ocean is great. The markets are greater than us all. That's what keeps your ego in check, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, respect the power of the market. It's like the ocean, and I've been buried by waves. All right, big waves. So I respect the power of the ocean, and the markets are as powerful or more. So everyone have a great day.
You too. Thanks for everybody
And
tuning
Mike,
in.
see you tomorrow. When good luck today at the track. Have a good time.
I
Hang out with
appreciate
your
it.
buddies. Have a beer. Oh, you don't drink.
No, I don't.
Uh, have a good time, and
Appreciate
I'll see you tomorrow for the number.
it. Okay, I will. And everybody that's in the room or posting or even watches the video, I'll be posting later, just like a Sunday evening. Everything that's the market's open, in my opinion. I'm just not
Yeah,
that opportunity. So I'm still actively formulating a plan. Coach said tomorrow's a big day going into a weekend. Do nothing egregious. It's a Friday. They usually take it more than they give it on the Friday in terms of that type of day. I'm not going to lie statistically, and not to put you back. We're going to make money and smash and grab and follow option flow and sentiment and go with the trend and all things that we do to make money. But there's something more maybe there, so I wouldn't be that aggressive.
okay. And if you see value in what Mike and I are doing, share it with your trader friends. And that's going to be a wrap, Mike. Have a good one, and see you in the saddle tomorrow.
You too, guys.